Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Outriders. We're coming back to this today because its DLC has just come out, Worldslayer I believe it's called. Now, the timing's pretty funny actually. It's not dissimilar to Monster Hunter Rise. This is a game that I really like, but I haven't exactly put a bazillion hours in. So I wouldn't say that I'm someone that's up to speed, max level character ready to hit the DLC. So this serves as much as a PSA to let people know this game exists. It's still getting support from the developers, so now seems as good a time as any to jump in and check it out. And we're going to start from scratch ourselves because I really enjoyed the intro to this game. I feel like it actually takes a bit of a bum turn with the story once you get past the sort of prologue, but we'll discuss that. So like I said, this is not going to be a 100-hour review or anything like that. It's letting you know the game exists, the game is awesome, I really like it, and if you guys want to see more, we'll probably do a whole bunch of episodes and play through of it, maybe even do like a community play date, because this is sort of a co-op looter shooter. Prides itself very much on being a self-contained game, no microtransactions or anything like that. I did skim through the Steam reviews and this thing's getting smashed, the DLC. It's getting a lot of negative reviews and it seems to be a mixture of sort of value proposition or whatever you would like to call it. A lot of people don't think it's worth the amount, maybe it's overpriced, and there seems to be some performance issues. That seems to broadly be the complaints. So, take that with a grain of salt or whatever, do with that what you will. Anyway, so this is the third person looter shooter. And it's really cool. I like it a lot. Story was a bit edgy, and it goes from a before the fall prequel into the sort of main meat of the game, which is post-apocalyptic, dirty, dry, kind of, a little bit uninspired compared to its intro. But that was just my take. We're going to create a new character and give it a bloody red hot go and see where it's at. We could play as a Sheila or we could play as a dude. I'm going to play as a dude. Heads. Randomize. Give me a random head. What is this bullshit? Get rid of that. So we look pretty much the same. Oh, very edgy with the bloody piercings. Can we just fucking calm down with the piercings? An unironic goatee. I don't think I can do it to myself. I just can't do it. Oh, look at this tosser. Oh, I think we might have to do that. Yeah. We're going to get rid of these fucking earrings, though. Get rid of that. Nonsense. You can keep the hair. Can we have a big Chad stash? Is that possible? That's not really chatting as hard as I had hoped. Oh, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Can't make that any thicker or anything. Oh, look, he's going to be like a bloody grey fox fucking dude. Oh, whatever. Just give me this big meaty beard. That'll do. That'll do just nicely. All right. Cool beans. Done. Off to the races. As I've discussed, if you're spending more than a couple of minutes in the character creator, you need to have your head checked. It's a toy. It's a video game. It's not you. It's not the slightly less fat and slightly better looking version of yourself. And you put a helmet on it and stare at the back of your head for 40 hours. Like, come on. What are you doing? Stop encouraging character creators. All right. Games. Names. Can I just be bloody Scarlet? Can I have that, please? That'll do, because the other one was called Gronk. Yeah, okay, here we go. Proceed to lobby. Where do you want to start? Oh, look at this. You can jump straight into this. Boost your character to 30. Well, look, again, this is as much to let you know that it exists, but we're not going to do that, right? I want to play from the very beginning. World Tier 1. Right, so this is sort of how the loot system works. Enemy level, drop rate. You do need to unlock it through the story. Auto highest available tier on. I turned that on in the menu. I thought that might be equipping items or something, but oh well. Oh, look at this. Look how many tiers there are. 15. I like that. You're giving me flashbacks to Diablo 3. I was pretty big in Diablo 3 back in the day. Like, if it's a grind game like this, where it's about incrementing the difficulty up and trying to push through it and get higher loot, ad infinitum. I think that sort of thing's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Something like Halo, I don't really like turning the difficulty up on because that's more about the narrative, almost linear on rails in a way. But if a game is about incrementally up the difficulty non-stop, I can get around that. Earth was dead. We had destroyed it. 2 colony ships were built to carry us across the stars. Only one ship made it. We're all that's left. All right, that's fine. After an 83-year journey, we orbit our new home. It's a good setup. I like it. The planet Enoch. We're getting a bit of stutter. I think there was stutter in the cutscenes back in the day. Humanity's last damn chance. Now, let's see. I'm getting memories of stuttering cutscenes, but let's just let it play out and see how it goes. So look, it's a little bit spoiler because it's how the prologue wraps up, but you essentially get kicked into a time capsule, right? And then you jump forward a generation or so. You jump forward like 60, 70 years, and humanity's basically fucked this planet up. Right? They're trying to tell us something. I don't know. I'm too thick to figure that out. But the point is that when you rocked up, it had this very Avatar or Earth 2, this exploring a new planet discovery feel, and you're going to see that here. And it's a shame that they didn't stay with that. I thought that was so cool.
We are engine first. Altitude 20,000 feet and falling. Mode 1. We are getting interference. Switch to high gain antenna.
Yeah, good.
Confirm signal strength. You're looking great, Mode 1. Go for landing. Engines off. Pod 1 has landed.
I must have to go back and check out Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, as much as that was a misstep, again, that game is at least built on the concept I'm talking about, the idea of coming to a new system and exploring and that. I wouldn't mind playing more Andromeda. I wonder how it's aged, you know? Because I love this, discovering new planets and that.
Well, boss, you ready?
Got my truck.
Okay, here we go. I like that. This sort of, I don't know what to call it. I fall back on 70s retro futurism when anything is white and sort of square edges, but that's not necessarily the best descriptor. This man's wearing a cape, unironically.
Flores is already half dismantled. Our engine's on its way down to power a city of 500,000. Now, if these Outrider bozos hit pay dirt, you report to me first.
Sir, I'm only
loser.
here to ensure proper procedure is followed.
We're not on Earth, Shira. There is no proper procedure.
Listen up, Outriders. I know what you're all thinking.
What?
There's no going home.
Oh.
And no one has a clue what's waiting for us out there.
Yeah, I'm excited.
ECA pencilheads can't greenlight this land until we find their missing probes. So let's do our job.
All right, we got to go find probes or something. Gotcha. Bonza. First mission is to locate the probes dropped from the Flores that were supposed to be sending telemetry data about the planet. Recover the probes and extract the information stored in their drives. Okay, now here's my questions. Is this planet everything or nothing? Because we're sending little probes, these like probe missions down, drop pods or whatever you want to call them. So is the idea that we scope the planet and potentially move on to another planet? Or are we definitely like, it's this planet no matter what, you got to make the most of it? I'm curious about that, if it'll address that in the story. Mate, she looks good. Yeah, so that stuttering's not my encoder and it's not your YouTube. That's the game.
I'm gonna scout ahead on foot.
Let's see if it cleans up once we get into actual play.
Don't need to see you get eaten on day one.
Relax, Outrider. You don't owe me anything.
Cap, I wouldn't be here without you. I'd be buried in the ashes back home.
Are we transitioning straight in?
All right.
Cool.
Let's move out. Stay
Very
sharp.
cool.
Watch our sixes.
Arrival. Still getting some
Do you
stutter.
smell that air? I can't even process breathing air that doesn't smell like a burnt carburetor.
You alright, mate?
Back on Earth. Who's used to it?
Trust me, you'll get used to fresh air too.
Truth is,
Looks
none
good.
of us should have even gotten off Earth.
Survivor's guilt. You think any one of us isn't feeling it?
Control to mantle.
If the Caravel's engine hadn't exploded back on Earth and killed most of the real Outriders with it, there would be a bunch of mercenaries down here in their place.
I hired you because you don't let anything get in your way.
Okay. Now, I'm playing with mouse and keyboard. I'm not sure if this wants to be played with thumbsticks or not. Follow Captain Tanner. The radar will help you. Look at this car. It looks great. Alright, the stuttering seems to be clearing up a bit. Is that like a pig
We'll
thing?
make camp here. Outrider, set a beacon flag. Let HQ know the area's secure.
Alright, how do I do that? How do I set a beacon flag? Hello? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Hold E to interact with objects. Oh man, it's good to be checking this out again. It's been on my list. It's a shame that the DLC's getting a bit of negative feedback. Now, I'm not going against that, but when it's performance issues, that can usually be patched, right? And if it's a price point issue, like, I'm not trying to dismiss that. But I often find that to be a smaller issue than, like, if the game is fundamentally got it's broken or it has an issue with the loop, you know? It's not that it's bad, it's just that it's potentially overpriced. I guess you can get it on special.
Outrider,
Look at us setting up. How cool is this?
hey. No matter what happens out here, I need my best gun on this in case
This
things go south. Can I
shaky
depend on you?
cam is shit.
me what to do,
It's
Cap.
shaken too much.
My weapons haven't been fired in nearly a century.
It's obviously a creative
Head over to
decision,
Jacob and get your
but I
gear
think
checked
it's
and we'll
fucking
be prepared
terrible.
to move out as soon as those probes are located. Any questions?
No word from Earth, I assume? It's really gone.
She went dark 15 years into our journey. More or less as predicted.
Yeah, right.
ACA's confirmed no communication since.
Shit.
Earth's gone.
You know, I grew up a slum dog, fighting for scraps. Lost everyone, really. Long
Boo-hoo.
before the end. Doomsday just wasn't a thing I worried about. Hell, I was never gonna live past 20 anyway. Somehow. I was one of the ones who made it.
Oh, fair enough.
Don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, now we get the feelings music.
As things go right, time's coming, you're gonna have to leave all that behind.
Yeah.
This is a new beginning.
Yeah, right.
You could have a family here. Build a cabin. Grow old and get fat.
Oh, sounds like a
That's not
plan.
me, Cat. Know my way around bullets, not kids. There's gonna be no need for someone like me here.
Maybe the old you, Outrider. But you're one of the chosen few. You get to build the future. Don't waste it.
Okay. Oh. Did your family make it off Earth? I don't care. Gonna head off.
I'll go find Jakob's shooting range.
Good. We're on standby for those probes, so stay on alert.
So, okay, it's a bit, you know, standard fare for the whole story thing, but I don't particularly mind.
This way. A little more.
Hey there, little guy.
Am I going up here? You letting me through now? Alright, Jacob. Yeah, see that shaky cam? Oh, that's bad.
You know that look you get.
It's not like that it's made me ill or anything. That last day on Earth was a nightmare. Oh yeah, let's go.
That last day
It's
got
just,
really hairy.
if you can notice it, it's a problem.
Wasn't sure if any of us were gonna make it.
We cut it pretty close. You can't stop thinking about it either.
I know. It's insane. That was 80 years ago.
Yeah, it feels like days. My knuckles are still sore, my ears still ringing from all the gunfire.
I mean, there was thousands of them.
How would your knuckles be sore?
Climbing over
Surely
each
you
other,
healed.
slaughtering everyone in their way. Tried to pull down the launch tower and bash in the doors of her shuttles.
I've been in a lot of war zones, but that was fucking anarchy.
Mm.
It was either us getting off the planet or them, but we just did what we had to do.
We do what we have to do. We look out for each other.
Hell, we better.
Okay.
Other than the Cap and Cuthbert, you're the only person left alive I know.
I'm the only person left alive worth knowing.
It's alright, we'll make friends.
I'm glad you made it on board, you old bastard.
Me too.
Oh, so we've finished our animation cycle and come back for another dialogue choice. I mean, it's always funny just bagging out watching the Mass Effect style wander around, wander back, pick another option. But it's getting there. It's getting better, you know. What do you think about Enoch? Bugger it. I'll ask.
What do you make of this place, Jacob?
It's enough to make me want to engage with the dialogue, which is
How long
cool.
you want to bet before we bury it all under concrete and plastic?
Oh,
Yep.
come on. You can't still be that cynical. Just look at this valley.
I don't know, boss. Maybe we all just got too much riding on this.
Hmm.
We already have one dead planet in the rear view. If we screw this one up too,
Maybe we won't.
sure.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe this is really it. Maybe we can finally stop sleeping with our guns under our pillows. Stop worrying about food every goddamn
Oh,
day.
foreshadowing much?
Believe me, boss. I want this to work. You have no idea. But people don't change.
Still got your money on black, huh?
See, now it's interesting
House
for
always
all
wins.
for all my preamble about how I don't like the direction it goes. Having seen this dialogue a second time, it's very obvious that this is where the writer's room wanted to go, for better or worse. And I'm not even necessarily saying it's got an ideological bent that's inappropriate, but they've decided to show us this beautiful, fresh start, this wonderful planet, what it could be. And then I suppose they've taken the risky decision of saying, no, humanity's going to fuck it all up again when we jump forward in time, all right? And I'm like, okay, if that's the story you want to tell, that's fine, but it hurts my soul because I feel like there'd be a much more interesting and fun story if it was just on the frontier in the beautiful green planet exploring, you know, that sort of area. But that's not the story that I wanted to tell. So I won't bang the drum anymore about it because,
Time to test my gear.
you know, at a certain point, it's just me trying to say they should have done it the way I want, and that's not the case. I'm glad that they're doing their own vision, and they took the time to set up this prologue for foreshadowing of how it's a lovely planet, and they turn it to shit, basically. All right, so we're gonna do training.
Stuff.
Yeah, a new toy. You're the first one to test it out, boss.
Shoot. Yeah, this stuttering is like it's not a consistent performance problem. Gunplay feels really good.
Now give that sidearm a try, eh?
Hold Q. Okay. Now, I found that and I'm pretty sure it was part of their sort of marketing pitch. Is that
Did I ever mention how glad I am to be on your side?
how many bullets are in this fucking pistol? 34. That it's supposed to be more run and gun as opposed to sitting down in cover. Like, and that's what I remember it being as well. You're incentivized to sort of Put your foot on the gas. Oh god. Terrible tracking. So we'll see how it goes, but that's one thing. As much as I like this game, one of the identity problems it felt like it had was half the time it's trying to tell you to stay in cover, and then the other half it's telling you to push forward and use abilities.
See if Shearer's found any probes yet.
Talk to Shira. Okay, let's go. Anyway, I've had a few things to say because I find that there are things to talk about with this game. Interesting. It feels really good to play, even just that little training bit.
I wish you could have seen this, Dad.
Hey. You're Shira, right?
I'm sorry. Can you believe this landscape? It's so beautiful.
It is, it's so good.
Oh. If only we had an internet to post those to.
Yeah.
It's a scientific record. Besides, we'll have the internet up and running in the first 6 months.
Oh, well, that's what's
The entire
important.
thing was backed up.
Can we just not?
Pulling your legs, Shira.
Can we just not? Live in wood cabins?
Scan's still running. I don't know what else I can do. It's just... How can the probe signals have simply vanished?
Yeah, they said it was some kind of interference or something.
Who
In
knows?
space, maybe, but not from down here.
Still, seems the initial readings were right. For breathing.
That's true.
Before the ECA can authorize 500,000 more people coming here, we need the probe's data to know we can support them.
Right, so we've got 500,000 people upstairs still.
What's the ECA's plan B?
Do you have any questions I get answers to?
Fair enough. What's the plan for colonization? I want to know, actually.
How's this colonization gonna work? You're in the planning rooms, right?
Yes. We've already started disassembling the engine. We need to bring that down first. The nuclear core should give us enough power to get the colony up and running.
All right, well, that answers my
When will
questions
the civilian
before.
pods start coming down?
They're
Within a
starting to
few
pull the
weeks,
ship to
if all goes
pieces
well.
already.
First, just enough people and resources to get our infrastructure running.
Yep.
You know, water, food, and shelter. Then we'll keep waking folks from cryo, a few thousand at a time, no more than we can feed. Until before you know it, you'll
See,
be
now give me a
standing
colony
in the
management
city.
game like that,
Meanwhile, the florist stays
where you
up
kind of
there.
have a fixed population.
The ship was built in orbit. It was never meant to land. We'll have to keep it in our skies until we're capable of space flight again.
Yeah, that's cool.
One day.
Some thoughts gone into this. You know? You trust the ECA to pull this off? Sure, what
All
you
right,
got to
tell me
say?
the truth.
I'm
Think
actually
the
really
ECA's thought this
invested
whole
in
plan
the
through?
dialogue.
Well, my father
Again.
was part of the team that designed the plan. My entire life, he helped prepare for this day. The greatest undertaking of human history.
Oh, so that's how you got on the ship, huh?
Now, I think these two people we've just spoken to are going to be big
studied
characters
engineering.
in the future.
And years in orbit.
Just fucking
designed
old.
structure, drilling rivets into the hull. I helped build that ship.
Yeah,
So
good.
you earned your way on. Good for you.
Yeah.
It was my father. Just not like the way you thought. He gave up his place for me.
Oh, wow.
He stayed behind.
Shit, I'm sorry.
He would have been in awe of this
This is
place.
good. Main character's voice actor's pretty spot
In
on.
the end, it's just me. It's strange not knowing anyone here.
Hey, we can be friends.
When this is over,
We'll play bocce.
come hang out with us. We're not such a bad bunch.
Yeah!
I might take you up on that.
Yay, hey, we made a friend. Okay, cool. Looks like the signal's back.
Is that supposed to blink that way?
Oh. That's a probe.
Tanner. Think we got a signal. It's close.
Excellent work, Outrider.
Oh.
Now go locate the damn thing so we can land this beauty.
Copy that.
Yeah.
It's an historic moment.
Yeah,
We
okay.
should document it.
Yeah, all right. Put it on Instagram.
For the scientific record, huh?
Righto. So this chick was an Instagram model before she left. Oh, look at that. Same haircut behind me. All right. Listen to all the ambient sound, the wildlife. That's clever. Like it's not quite winking at the camera, but that's obviously a game mechanic. That log was there to lock us in place, and now they've pulled it. I like that.
Heads up, I got movement.
It's almost meta, right? Most people would look at that and smile and go, "That obviously was there to contain our play space."
Whoa,
It's cheeky.
they got eyes in this
Oh,
kind of hyena cow things.
Yeah, I'm seeing them over here too.
oh,
Heard of them.
look at this.
All the wildlife around here are vegetarians.
Herbivores? We call them herbivores?
Whatever. They look pretty ugly, you ask me.
No, they're astonishing.
Yeah, they're
I
majestic.
think they can be domesticated, performing.
I bet they make some fat, juicy steak.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, big dog. Space cows.
One of those cow things is sunning itself right on my path.
Hey, maybe you can get close enough to get a DNA sample.
Not exactly our priority, but if I can get close without spooking it, I'll try.
While in cover, press.
Scared it off,
Oh fuck.
but I've secured the objective.
Fantastic.
Got some kind of storm brewing. Cap, found the probe. Looks like it landed pretty hard, but the data seems intact.
Copy that. Transmitting to HQ now. Good work, Outrider.
Hold on. Tanner? I'm picking up the second signal.
Oh,
Something's weird about this one.
Weird?
The pitch is rising and falling? It's supposed to be a steady tone.
oh, That's
Outrider
weird.
Alpha to HQ. Hold off on calling in that green light. We got another probe out here to analyze.
smart move.
Negative, Alpha. Your job is done.
Oh, for crying.
Maxwell, listen to me.
It's got. Look at that storm. It's looking ominous.
Give us time.
Any more time and we lose our orbital window. We have the data, I'm calling it in. You want to keep searching? Don't blame me if you find trouble. Over and out.
You can just say out.
Outriders, rendezvous back with the convoy. Let's go find that stray.
Right, okay. Back we go, I suppose. Man, I'm actually into this. I love good sci-fi. Let's go. Report back to Tanner. And I'm kind of shocked. Like, I don't know what I've been playing recently that's got bad shooting, but just how good the shooting feels in this. Feels refreshing, which is a bit tragic, to be honest. But you know what I mean? You pick up a good shooter, and it just feels good.
Hey, Cuthbert, any updates?
The probe signal is mostly noise, but I've tracked its source.
Right?
There.
In the storm, you're saying.
Hope you all brought your galoshes.
Look at this cool dude.
Jakob. Same shit, different planet.
Oczywiście.
Oh, here we go. Bum bum ba rum bum bum bum. Music's suitably epic. So I just noticed it started a bit then back in the cutscene, but we were just playing for a whole bunch and there was no stutters. So yeah, it's not. I think it's safe to say it's not my rig. I think there's probably some performance issues still baked into this. Not big, but worth mentioning, especially if we're having a first look at this.
Soldier, your primary focus.
Stop
Shira.
vlogging that fucking camera around.
We keep moving. Eyes up.
Oh, is that black goobies? That's not good. That's like Alien Covenant shit. You don't drink it, Andrew? Fuck me, mate.
Choke on your own spit, dude.
It's nothing, I'm good.
Don't touch it.
Jesus. Get back to the ship. Alert the medics.
What's going on?
Stay back.
Okay. Stop snorting the goovies. Oh, there we go. There's a probe.
Tanner, got eyes on the probe.
Uh-oh. I'm not alone out here.
I got movement. Heading in.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, it's probably going to be a good spot to sort of stop unless there's some more dialogue. We'll just let that play out. But yeah, like I said, the expansion's out. The game's really good. It's really solid.
We've encountered a potential biological hazard. Requesting quarantine procedure at base.
Damn it, Tanner! I told you bozos not to go and mess up this operation. It's my name on the line with this landing, and you have no authority.
Wow, this dude's such an asshole. But
Maxwell.
I guess that's the point.
Shit. Unit 2, stay at your position. We are heading your way. Prepare the med tent in case we need to act fast.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so anyway, game's awesome. Play with friends. You can play with a bunch of people, or you can play it single player, you know. Maybe we will play it co-op if people are interested. I'd be interested. We play with the community. Again, the expansion exists. It's having some, it's not even mixed reviews. It's having some negative reviews, but we covered off on that. We can't really get into the meat of it. Plus, this is not supposed to be a review. Anyway, yeah, let me know if you find this interesting, because I'm actually really enjoying the story. Yeah, just the sum of its parts. Not to waffle, but you know, from the actual physical gameplay and the shooting being solid, through to like even all the animations in the dialogue and how that's come along, and the voice acting and even the writing. It's not super complex writing, but it's solid, which I love. You know, it takes an appropriate bite of the pie and doesn't overdo it. Now, I do remember that I have my criticisms of the game as it goes on from when we first looked at it. I'd be curious to see how I see it now. You know, I'm obviously going in quite enamored. Let's see if I can maintain that rage. We'll see. Anyway, team, let me know if you want to see some more. Otherwise, I might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.